beautiful, it's me again, trying to bang out these videos. So coming up next is my total fail at a project pan. I was trying to do a use it or lose it, use up 17 products in 2017, and I'm here to report that I failed. I have failed so miserably that this will be the last update because I'm just gonna give up on this project. If you'd like to see my failure, sit around, commiserate, give me love, stick around and watch what's coming up next. My final update on my project pan, use it or lose it, 17 products in 2017. Okay, so I'm back. I'm doing my project pan, my project use it or lose it, 17 products in 2017. I have either used or decluttered about 5 products, and I'm gonna go over them in a little bit. And I have, 6 products. I have 11 to go, and quite frankly, I'm failing miserably. I have not used up any of them. I just haven't. And the plan was if I don't use it up in 2017, I have to throw it away. Or declutter it. So throw it away. But I've basically come up to the decision that I'm not going to throw away everything. I am going to have to keep some of these things, and I'll go into that later on. I'll go into it as I go through each product on an individual basis. So I am going to start off by focusing on the items where I have made good progress, which is like one item. This is the It Concealer Bye Bye Eye Cream Corrector, blah blah blah, very long name. But as you guys can see, what I went ahead and did is I scraped it up all from the sides and squished it into the bottom. So I had made a hole in the bottom, and then I went ahead and just squished it into the bottom and scraped it from the sides. So I fully anticipate that I will finish this. This product is not old. It was purchased within the last maybe year and a half. So I do fully intend on finishing this one very soon, I hope. I have also, quote unquote, hit pan on this product here. This is the NYX eyeshadow base. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have hit the bottom there. And what I'm going to do to freshen the pot as well is I'm going to do what I did with the concealer, which is I will scrape it up from the sides and squish it all into the bottom, because there's still quite a bit left on the sides, although that quote-unquote pan in the bottom there is growing. So first we're going to start with the Dior Star Foundation. Those markings there kind of show where it was the last time that I used it. Unfortunately, since it's so opaque inside this glass bottle, it's kind of hard to tell, but I will weigh it. This foundation is also in my other project pan, so once I weigh it, I'll be able to let you know what progress I've made, if any. Okay, so next we have eyeshadows, and as you can see, the pan in the Cranberry eyeshadow has increased because I absolutely love cranberry colored eyeshadows, but the rest have remained fairly untouched. And then of course this is the Estee Lauder Quintet there. I've had that for quite some time, and I think one of the things that I am noticing is that the colors appear less pigmented. And even though I think that's a striking blue, I tend not to reach for it because I remember it being much darker than it is, but I don't know. It was a great palette when I bought it. I'm keeping this one also for my experimentation purposes. And this is the Mary Kay eyeshadow. It's also in Cranberry. I've used it here and there, but I have to be honest, this I will literally just declutter. I brought 3 of these, and I've decluttered the others. And next are my 2 lipsticks. This is the Diorific limited edition one. And I've discovered something really quite funny about this. I don't like the shimmer end, which is this end. I much prefer the darker end. So you can tell by how the darker end is so much flatter. I've used so much more. Yeah, this is going to be a weird one to try to figure out how to use, and I don't know if I'm going to, quite frankly. But I have made nice progress on this one, I think. So, pretty happy about that. Now the following one is completely, barely untouched, and it is the Tom Ford. I have used this here and there, but not so much, and quite frankly, I really just don't see myself continuing to use this lipstick. I am not going to throw it away for a variety of reasons. One, I love the packaging. I know, it's sad, but true. Two, I am working on something exciting that is necessary for old, that I get to test out on old makeup. I get to use my old makeup for my experiments, and so I will be holding on to that one so I can keep experimenting. I was absolutely sure that I was going to disrupt this rose and make a nice big dent in that rose pattern, and quite frankly, I have failed. It has been pretty hard, and now that the summer's over, I'm not really wearing these corally colors. This is Milani Rose Blush in Coral Cove. I have two, I think, other coral blushes, including NARS Liberté, which is literally my favorite blush. And so I really tend to reach for that one more than I reach for this one. Anyway, we will not be throwing out this blush because, again, I'm going to keep it for my scientific experiments. And next to it is the Bobbi Brown Cranberry Blush. Since it is officially, finally, fall, winter type weather-ish, it was finally under 80 degrees today, the dog. I am going to keep this one. I do plan on using it a few more times. And I'm hoping to keep it maybe until the end of the year. I've had this Bobbi Brown for so long, and I'm really surprised to see absolutely like no indent on this thing. What the hell? Oh well, it just goes to show I just don't use it. Alright, this is the Chanel bronzer. This is old, like old. And the last time I tried to use it, I am pretty sure my face started itching like crazy, which I don't know if that was just psychological or if something was up with this. This is definitely going in the declutter pile. If the case was not broken, this lovely little case here is broken. If it wasn't broken, I would consider keeping it. But, I mean, it's not practical. It's broken. I can't take it anywhere. I've got better bronzers, and, you know, at least if it wasn't broken, I could keep it to use the mirror and be one of those chic ladies with the Chanel compacts. But, yep, not going to happen. I have other compacts, so this one is going in the declutter pile. It was really pretty, though, in the beginning, years ago. That's so sad. This is the Estee Lauder highlighter in Shimmering Sands. I've had this for years. I've gone through phases of time when I used this exclusively or used it every day. Absolute favorite highlighter powder, just the right rose gold shade. As you can see, I hit pan a long time ago. I've done a lot of progress. I've made my way around the corners, and to be honest with you, I just can't take it anymore. I have other highlighters that I hardly ever use, and I just think it's time to let this one go. And honestly, as long as I have this one, I'm so much more likely not to touch the others. So I really think I just have to declutter this, otherwise I'll never use my other highlighters. That's how much I've loved this. So I might not ever declutter it, but it's the thought. I might. We'll see. Okay, so that is that. That is my pile of my failed Project Pan video. I'd love if you could keep watching to see my thoughts and my take-homes and my just general ideas on what went wrong. Disaster. What went wrong? Thanks, guys. But I just wanted to go over my lessons learned with this project and why I feel like I failed miserably, and hopefully some takeaways that I learned from it. basically, I think the most important thing is the length of the project. I'm involved this year in 3 project pans, and they were all roughly a year, 10 to 11 months, I should say, because I started February, March-ish. It's when I jumped on the project pan bandwagon. And with this one, I think it just went on too long, and my interest in the products came and went. And so I wasn't as dedicated as I could have been, and I just didn't have the attention span to push through for 10 or 12 months on this project pan. Second, I really think it was the products that I chose. I chose products that were older in my collection, a couple of new ones. I did throw in a couple of products that I knew I was going to finish up quickly and I thought would motivate me to make it through the rest. But for the majority of the products chosen were older products and products I hadn't touched in a while. So, and that really, it told me on one level that these are not necessarily products I'm interested in, but instead of taking that lesson and decluttering, I think I took that, I took it the wrong way. I thought if I put them in a project pan, it will motivate me to use them up. And it didn't. It really just kind of reminded me of why I hadn't used them, and that I didn't like them enough to use them, and so putting them in the project pan didn't make me think all of a sudden, oh, I like this. It just reminded me why I didn't use it. Which leads me to number 3. It wasn't necessarily that I did not like my products chosen. I actually really liked some of them, but I have better options. When it came to the gist of it, if I was needing a finishing powder or a bronzing powder, I chose something else instead of, let's say, like the Chanel bronzing powder that I have. Or I'm still in love with nude lipsticks. I'm wearing a nude lipstick right now, and a lot of the lipsticks that I put in this project pan were dark colors, which I don't really reach for. I have to force myself to reach for them. Because you need a mirror. Well, the nude lipstick, you just splash it on and off you go. But it was just products that at one point I was very much in love with and still liked, but at the end of the day, there were just better options, and I would reach for something that I liked even more. Number 4 was really like staying focused, length of the time, blah, 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 staying focused, and not being distracted by shiny items. I'm hopeless, guys. And you know, I really should have said no new lipsticks this year. I've got to use the ones I have. But instead, I bought new lipsticks. And once I get a new lipstick in, I want to use that new lipstick. So, you know, or if I bought a new palette, I want to use it. You know, so it's so easy for me to get distracted by other items. And I thought that by placing my items here on my desk, I would see them and be able to be focused on them because I was visibly seeing them, but it didn't work that way. It really didn't work that way. It worked that way with a couple of products, but for the majority of them, it just didn't. It just didn't. Number 5, choosing less powder products. I think I just had way too many powder products. I mean, I had about 3 eyeshadow palettes. I had 2 blushes. You know, it was just too much because I use liquid foundations and I powder up. I did finish that one powder. Or you know, but I don't use blush every day. I'm not even wearing blush right now. I might use blush once a week, if that. More like two to 3 times a month. But I put 2 blush products in there. You know, it's like I set myself up for failure. So I mean, all of these points come up to that, is that I feel for project panning, you have to set yourself up for success. You know. And I really missed the boat on that. I did a lot of things that when you watch other project panners, they recommend you don't do those things. And as a project panning newbie, with this project, I feel like I really did that. I think I incorporated some tips into my other project pans and have been a bit more successful. But with this one, I just set myself up for failure and I failed. And some of these products, I really don't have the interest in them to continue, not even for another month. I've really just come to realize I don't want to use this product. I just don't. It's not that I don't like it. It's not that I dislike it. It's not that you know, it's terrible, it's gone terrible, it's bad for my skin. I just don't want to use it, period. Don't want to use it. So, and I feel like I have to respect that. If I don't want to use a product, I don't want to use a product. And what am I holding on to it for? It's time to go. So yeah, so those are some of the lessons that I've learned. One of the big things that has been a motivator for me has been watching other project planners and what they are doing and how they use up their products. And one of the things I hope to incorporate next year is definitely the rolling project planning type of things. I think I want to do like a palette a month, or okay, I'm going to concentrate on these, you know, 6 products for the next 3 months, you know, so I'm going to reduce the number of products I want to finish, and also reduce the length of time I want to use them for. And I'm not going to put a lot of pressure on myself to succeed. If I fail, like I'm doing today, so what? It's just makeup. It really is. It's just makeup. There'll be more makeup. This much we all know. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in and watching this I failed video. I'm not even gonna say I have fun, because I don't think I had fun with this one. It was okay. I had a lot more fun with my other project pans, like the Too Faced chocolate bar, and I'll put my latest update for that one below, and my reverse VIB. I think what I've really liked about the reverse VIB project pan that I'm in is forcing myself to use my high-end makeup. And the difference with that one is that the cost factor of some of those products really was enough to make me use them. Another thing why I've been successful with that one is there was a lot of skincare products, and when I noticed how much I wasn't using my products, and I thought I was, and then noticed how my skin was suffering, I was like, oh, put 2 and 2 together, use the products. There. Anyway, I digress. So thanks guys for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you failed at a project pan and how you picked yourself up and kept it moving, or how you just thought, done, I'm not doing these videos anymore. Let me know if you still just accumulated products with no intention of finishing anything. That happens too. I think I'm getting to the point where I realize that even though I use quite a bit of my lipsticks, I'll never finish all my lipsticks, and that shouldn't even be a goal. I've really just come to peace with that. Using up all my makeup is just never gonna happen, and it is what it is. I'm a hoarder. Thanks guys for watching. Happy holidays.